Hello, my monstrosities. Hello once again. Today I bring to you probably the party pooper video. I don't take pleasure in being the cynic of things or the hot take maker. Because people don't read too much into the hot takes and just think that it's hot for the sake of it. But I do want to talk about what this means and what happened with the balanced data slate. Now, I get it. You could probably say, Monster, oh, are you sad about the exocrine and Tyrannifex? No. If anything, I'm a little bit relieved in the fact that I told you the exocrine is just a counterpart to the Predator Destructors, and 15 million armies have access to that. So they just match the points with that. Tyrannifex, it's whatever, right? Um, but no, I want to talk about the bigger picture of things because of what didn't happen. So GW released four new detachments. They didn't even put the fact that there's a whole Chaos Legion Index one back here, right? They didn't or sorry, Chaos Demon Shadow Legion detachment back here. They didn't really talk about that, right? Um but they talked about how they have Tau, Orcs, uh, and Custodes. Now here's the thing, right? They say, "Oh, cast your minds back to the grim and distant depths of 3 months ago." It was grim. It was grim indeed. When we spent the month of December literally giving away new detachments. Oh, how generous you gave them away for every faction in 40k. The Warhammer studio enjoyed all that so much that they've decided to release more every 3 months. Cough, cough. We realize what you've been saying. If I don't have to spend money on printing it, and you're going to buy it anyway, yeah, that works for us. Now that's me being, you know, bit of an ass about it, but I want to talk about what happened with it. They're all good detachments, so it's not a well. It's Mordaka's bad and Lions is bad. Like this isn't what that is. They're all pretty darn good, right? Maybe not darn good, but like they're pretty okay. I think this is what I'm gonna have deeper thoughts on all of them. But this kind of patches up some things and negates some others. But here's the thing: they also all do that, right? Mordaka, from what I've read so far, it patches the holes that I felt were left by Tactical Brigade on the stratagem side, and kinda doesn't give you a reason why you should play Dreadmop. Like, I know we did this song and dance with Star Shatter Arsenal, and it's like, oh, I don't need to play anything else. But it's odd that their choice was Infantry and Walker, and then Cult of Speed is just still ass, right? Lions of the Emperor is Orica the Champions rewritten and like better. Like one of the strats is just 1-to-1 with Orc Champions, but I'm pretty sure one less command point cost. So, you know, there's that. And experimental prototype CAD right now. This one I'll give them slight credit because thanks to Tabletop Tactics, when I looked at their video regarding things, apparently this is a style of Tau that was missing from past editions. I wouldn't have been able to tell you that. But the way I read it initially was, oh, this is Rit Cad done correctly. Um, or I shouldn't even say correctly because Rit Cad had play, but better, right? So to that point, they fixed the old things by not fixing the old things. They did what they should have did the first time around instead of wasting the time of going back and changing wording and numbers and rewriting it. Like that's the thing that perplexes me, right? I guess because they did realize there were some stratagems that were left out from certain detachments. Like I said, I a couple of times have talked about how with Tactical Brigade, I really don't give a shit about making some of the infantry have a little bit more OC at one point or uppy downing. Um, the fucking the I'm blanking on their name right now. Why am I blanking on their name? But Storm Boys. I don't really care about that. Now it's good. Don't get me wrong. Both of them have their uses, but my main thing with Tactical Brigade is the fact that I don't know how much the stratagems impact your game plan compared to doing anything with the detachment rule, right? The detachment rule kind of carries a lot, and that as it should, right, to an extent. Um, but more DACA fills some holes that were kind of left, but is going to do the thing that people were already doing. That's what annoys me too. Like, I was getting annoyed because for the entirety of the Codex release, people haven't run Dread Mob, right? And you'd be like, no, people have run it. No, no, no. They made lists and put them in Dread Mob. They did not run Dread Mob. They didn't take some Walker units, some mech units, and see what happened. No, they made the list that they put into Tactical Brigade when that got released with a bunch of shooting, and now they're going to take that list and put it over here. So, like, nobody gave Dread Mob a fair shake. Tactical Brigade became, oh, the thing that I was doing with Dread Mob that I really don't get why that was the case, but fuck it, whatever. Put it there, and now it's just going to come over here. So I want, hopefully, people to go back to there, but nothing's wrong with them, really, if I'm being honest. So we'll see what happens with that. Uh, Lions of the Emperor, hell, their naming conventions are getting sloppy. Because I looked, I was like, oh, Talons of the Emperor needed to change. I was like, wait, that's just Lions, but okay, whatever, fuck it. Um, this is cool. This is cool, but this this is an Orc Champions rewrite. I don't really, I don't really get that. Don't really get why you didn't just fix Orc Champions. Now, don't get me wrong. Now there's a good suite of enhancements with it, but at the same time, like, why did you rate Auric Champions the way you did? Right? And I think the other thing, going back to, I already kind of covered this, and this is cool. This is cool. Again, they're all going to have a dedicated video. But past that, none of the shittier detachments in the entire game got touched, from what I've seen. From unless I'm missing some new shit. I looked at Armored Warhost and especially this is the one that's especially the thing that bothers me. The Grotmus detachments. You have some really bad ones. There are some really not great ones, right? No time was spent trying to fix those. Instead, you get here's a until the end of the turn in Eldari for Errata. Nobody's taking Armored Warhost. So you have between the development of Grotmus, the Eldar release, and like now, and you didn't, we didn't figure out how to change this to not be completely horrible, right? Like I'm not getting it. There's Grotmus detachments that are not being played, like whatsoever. Champions of Fenris, who has used that? But they didn't do anything with the Grotmus detachments except the other thing. You go, but they changed. They nerfed. They only nerfed the ones that we know perform semi well. Like I'm gonna be honest, I don't think Bridgehead deserved that many taps. It didn't deserve the units getting tapped, the points going up, and the detachment itself. That's goofy as hell. That's goofy as hell. Fucking Legion of Excess. I'm hearing that it's obliterated. I don't know. I didn't necessarily read through it too much. So for that, it's like, why? Like you could have found a safer way. I don't know. I have to see. But then also kits got removed, so literal models are going to be out of playing Legion of Excess. You've changed Legion of Excess, and so it's just all fucked on that front. Um, but yeah, you only did that. You only nerfed Grotmus detachments. You didn't fix any of them that are just bad, and you didn't fix any detachments out of the entire game for them to make them better. But instead, it's easier to release new shit. Ooh, look at the shiny. Take the shiny. And it's like, well, hold on a second, you fuckers. This is Dreadmob and Tactical Brigade, but you didn't fix Cult of Speed? Like nothing? Nothing. And like obvious slam dunks. Obvious slam dunks. So it's what happened? Did you each spend a month on a detachment to come out new again? Like again, these are really well done. Really well done. But I paid $60. And yeah, also I should talk about that for a second. Yeah, why can't I see the points on the enhancements right now? Oh, because you still need to buy the codex to use them in game. Like, of course we can't give away for free. Are you kidding me? Why we can't do that? Are you have you lost your mind? We still need you to buy the rest of this product that we printed out and are probably still printing out if we're being honest, right? Before we do that. Come on. Come on. But like Orcs Walker is peculiar. Why'd we go that angle? You why'd we go that angle? Why isn't this infantry and mounted? Why isn't this infantry mounted in vehicles? Why Walker? Why Walker? Why didn't you just touch up Dreadmob? If you were going to give infantry and Walker. Oh right, you keyworded it to hell. What if you unkeyword the codex, to be honest? What if you just change it to be broader? That's the easy fix. And then give these rules, just say orcs, right? Warhorde is melee, just give more DACA. Orcs in general. That way the buggies at least have a second chance. But instead you re-release Dreadmob, which only affected cough infantry units with mechs. Yes, you could attach the mech guns. My bad. And walkers. Like that was what that was. So that's odd. That's odd to me. Right? Like you do didn't do the do. Like going through this, poor poor AdMech. I was going to release a video about this, but I didn't get around to it. But it's like just because you nerf the shit around an army doesn't necessarily mean that you're going to be better. And I think that's how we get into this situation of the world that we're in currently, where people think that, yeah, just fucking over somebody else is going to get you ahead. It's not. Not inherently. And it probably will bite you in the ass later down the line. But, AdMech have been sitting here the entire time scrambling together something for Halo's Creed. They finally got a dub. Finally got a win on that one. And only using Skitarii Hunter cohort. They tried one more time with the army rule. That's it. There's a lot of problems with AdMech. Haven't been seen this entire edition. An entire faction hasn't been seen this entire edition. Alright, they undid Sisters nerf, one of them. I'm hearing that this isn't too big. I kind of disagree, but we'll see. I don't know. I think that's yes, Bringers of Flame is still like turbo nerf, but I don't know. But to that point, What got changed? New thing. Oh, new thing. Oh, okay. And then even here, even the release of everything, right? Why am I not seeing in here that Bellacore and the Great Unclean One and Rodriguez have like new things? Why is that not in this aspect? No, no, we put it away and didn't like double check to make it sense that, oh, so people could understand all the things that's going on. Hell, apparently, I shouldn't say apparently, but in a way, Dark Angels, Blood Angels, and Black Templars or whatever all got nerfed. Well, wait, do Black Templars have a book yet? No, they just have the detachment. Whatever. Um, by not having access to +1 to wound anymore. But oh wait, SpaghettiOs. Most of the Dark Angels Codex is still shit. SpaghettiOs. Space Wolves still need help, right? Okay, all right, okay, all right. So Blood Angels, I don't have too much sympathy for Blood Angels. Moving on past that one. But yeah, what? Oh, we gotta kind of nerf the thing that should be really good. And I was just talking about how it turns out this detachment, we keep thinking that things are going to be really good. I shouldn't even say we. Some of you all told things really highly, really quickly. But and it just it's been okay. It's been all right. So you know we didn't get back around to, or even this Votan army rule got changed, right? So now Hearthband is better. Um, but let's look at Leagues of Votan. Right, right. Why didn't you also include the command point generation thing in the army rule instead of still locking that behind Oathband? So while Hearthband will have, now it's definitely mathematically better, but hey, whatever. We'll see. People don't want to believe that. We'll see what Votan do, but they still have like no CP generation in Hearthband. Getting more nerfs, more nerfs, da da da. Uh, are you seeing anything for detachments that haven't been seen the entire edition? I'm not. Oh, Vessels of Wrath was something that has been talked about how it's not really too good. Oh, nope, no change there, nada. Nope, didn't even change Warrior Bioform Onslaught at all. They didn't buff the warriors to sell those more. Like nothing, nothing. Points. What did we do with points? Oh, that's a good indication. All right, sisters have something. Custodians. Oh, I wonder why they. Huh. Okay. Right, like it goes through. They drop the points you call. Shout out to that. Dominus. The Horde army's a little bit more hordy. Huh. Okay, they just had some things, right? But, before I continue to go on about all of this, it's the fact that, like, also, I had no clue some things changed. And I was like, why the fuck did they do this? Until I had to look at something else to look at something else. It's just like, this is goofy. So while I'm happy that they are introducing new content, and they seem to, at the moment, be better at designing detachments. Because all three of them, good. The second that you wait 3 months to not change anybody else's army to a significant, like, better thing, like, not even significant, sorry, but to a degree worth a damn. And again, just because I know Tyranids the most, I'll say again, like, how is it that you decrease the points on the Neurolictor and the Hive Tyrant, but also new model Parasite of Mortrex is 80 points for no fucking reason? Like, there was okay, we gotta tweak shit around to make it look like we didn't just look at 5 armies. Sorry, 6 demons, Tau, Orcs, Custodes, Eldar, uh, fucking Guard. All right, make it look like we cared a little bit about the entire game and not just the thing that's going to be coming out. No, to that, hire more people at that point. If that's what this is, hire more people. You're telling me it took your entire workforce to figure out how to do 3 detachments and nerf the new things that have been doing good? Really? That's what it took? So where's everybody else to talk about the old things? So the TLDR of this entire video is I like new stuff. Everybody likes new stuff. Especially if you're going to get it after you've already paid for it, because that's one thing. It's if you're not asking me to buy Codex V2 Tyranids to get one more detachment, right? They were smart enough to not do that. Um, but the thing that bothers me is that literally nothing. I shouldn't say literally. For the vast majority of the game, nothing received changes outside of the things highlighted. You have too many armies to do this, so now everybody's doing the codex release thing again. And who's going to write the codexes? How's that going? So we just got Eldar Guard codex releases, Emperor's Children entire army release, right? Just got that. Now there's new detachments, so is half of it split to new content A and new content B, and there's no team for old content, right? Like, did half the team focus on, all right, we have, I keep saying 3 because fucking in the article, we didn't even talk about 4. 4 new detachments. Did half the team go, all right, we need new detachments for demons because we're apparently not going to give them a codex, probably, maybe, who knows, because we haven't said anything about that whatsoever. Maybe, who knows what, we'll see. Custodes, because they have a good detachment we just released, but what, there are golden boys. Henry Cavill likes them. We got to do it again. Tau also just got a pretty decent detachment, but we've neglected them completely besides that, so got to do that one. And Orcs, also ones that had a good detachment, but they make us a lot of money because people keep buying Orc shit. So we got to do that one, of course. And then the other team is now working on who knows what codex next. I know there's a roadmap. Apparently, Imperial Knights didn't make the cut for that next up anymore. So who truly knows what's coming up next after that? Or I guess Imperial Knights should have been around this release, technically, or next. I don't remember. Either way, I don't like the trajectory of what I'm seeing. It looks like nobody's going to even look at the old shit that's unplayable and why it's unplayable, while continuing to release new shit that, again, for the final time, because I know it gets lost, these are good. These are good. These are good. They are good. And you still have to buy the codex, so GW gets to say you have to go buy that $60 code to play with the new good things. Except for demons. Well, they got demons too. Damn it, because you have to buy CSM to fucking see the fucking things. Oh my gosh. Oh, that's slimy if that's the case. Oh, that's grimy as hell if that's the reasoning why it's Shadow Legion. If they're not going to release a codex and demons are going to be completely index only online, but to make it so that you still had to give them some form of money by the end of this edition to see one of the cooler detachments, that's grimy as hell. But hey, I could be wrong. That's just a guess. That's just a theory. A capitalism theory. So yeah. It's cool. It's cool. I don't like the sinister undertone that I have given it. Again, I've personally given it. There's no confirmations. Everybody else is happy, and I'm happy when people are happy, for the most part. Some of you get happy out of other people's misery, so that's fucked up. But beyond that, this is cool. I will be theory crafting what they'll do for Tyranids. And I'm gonna do that video interesting because I already did that video for Grodmus and it was completely out of left field, so we'll see. But yeah, if you like the video, like it. Got a comment for me, comment. And until next time, peace out, my monstrosities.